Okay. Welcome everybody to the Cougar CS officer elections for vice president activities. This is for spring 2022. Today we're hearing speeches from 3 candidates. I guess candidates, you guys want to introduce yourselves really quick, maybe starting with Ojas.
Ojas, I am a computer science major and I'm running for this position.
All right. Keenan, you want to go next?
Yeah, my name is Keenan. I'm a senior pursuing a BS in computer science, and I'm running for this position.
Awesome. And then Rodrigo.
Hello, my name is Rodrigo Mariaca, and I am running for the vice president of activities.
All right, perfect. So I think I guess we can go ahead and get started. Does any one of you 3 want to go first? Anyone volunteer as tribute?
I can go first. I don't mind.
All right, so Rodrigo's going to go ahead and kick us off. If you want to share your screen, or if you need permission to share your screen, let me know. But floor is yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make you co-host. And let me do that for you too, Keenan and Ojas, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So sorry about kind of have like a scuffed setup right now. I'm gonna be honest. Because I don't. This is gonna be on my laptop because my computer doesn't have a camera, so I don't have PowerPoint, so I had to do it on a PDF. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Oh, let me. There we go. All right. Well, hello everyone. My name is Rodrigo Mariaca, and I'm doing the vice president of activities. So a little bit about myself. I'm a senior graduating summer of 2022. I have an interest in all things computer. My passion grew from when I was just 15 years old. I built my first computer. It was an AMD FX like 6300. It was pretty garbage at the time, but I pulled up all my money that I saved up from my summer job, and it was all up from there, And then I am a part-time office administrator at a company called Honeybee Trucking. And I am a full-time Gold League of Legends player, unfortunately. That is by skill, not by choice. All right, so why vote for me? So for number one, I have experience. I've been an office administrator for over 6 years now. I've been at my current company for about 5 years, and I've also worked as an office administrator for a law office in Hawaii. I have a lot of organization and scheduling skills. I currently oversee around 30 independent contractors. I answer to around hundreds of emails a day, and I answer dozens of calls daily. I am enthusiastic about Cougar CS. Like many of you, I had a lot of questions about my future. Like what do job interviews look like? What are my next steps, in my career path and things like that. And before Cougar CS, because I've only recently been a member, and before Cougar CS, I was just kind of lost. And luckily for me, I stumbled across a Discord message on a random Discord channel for a class that I had one of my friends made. And it was a interview 101 class with Adil last semester. And then from then, that first meeting, I knew that I wanted to become a part of the organization because it really was what I was looking for. I wanted answers to the questions that I had about my future, and this organization provided it. And that's really basic, and that's really what it is. And so I want to help people like me, who had questions, who want to know more and who want to succeed in life. And I want to help them get there. And that for me is the biggest thing. And then lastly, I am a team player. some of you have been in my teams before in classes, and really what I like about working as a team and as a group is we all kind of want to pick each other up and lift each other up, and that is what I'm kind of looking forward to, and what I want to be. That's kind of in the center of what I want to do. I want to help this organization. I want to build it up instead of and not just kind of sit back and just do the bare minimum. I really want to just work hard on it and help with activities and everything like that. And that's it. So my name is Rodrigo Mariaca, and please vote for me. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Do you guys have any questions? Happy to answer any questions you guys have.
I'm not sure if you heard that, but we were all clapping over here. So.
Thank you.
All right. So anyone have any questions? Anyone want to go first? Okay, so I have a question.
Sure.
Well, how many credit hours are you taking next semester?
So next semester, I should be taking around 12 credit hours. Probably like around 12 or 14, around there. Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
then sorry,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I next semester I will not be doing my part-time job. I've already given him my notice already, so it's just gonna be school. So I just really want to focus on getting that interviews and things like that for the summer. So yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, sure.
Have you ever, it's okay if you haven't, but have you ever had to organize an event? Have you ever had to help like set up the logistics for an event of some kind?
Sure. It's a good question. No, I haven't necessarily done an event. I do coordinate a lot of meetings and like like when our company has a new job site that they need to work on, I am usually the one that coordinates all the independent contractors and facilitate that with the on-site manager. And so I do have some experience in that, coordinating between teams, but now not necessarily a event of this sort.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, if there are no more questions, I think we can go ahead and move on to the next candidate. Oh, and I see in your bookmarks, you got ES6 for beginners. That is a very good guide. Yeah, thank you so much, Rodrigo. That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So who wants to go next? I can flip a coin if that's easier. Oh, Keenan, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, cool.
Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Give me 1 second. I have to change my system preferences.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
Okay, I will actually be right back because it's forcing me to restart the application.
no worries, man. No worries.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Here, we'll go ahead and wait a couple of seconds. I definitely have a lot of empathy for that. I'm also on a Mac, and I don't know if anyone else is using one, but like Mac locks that stuff down. You got to like go into the settings for everything. All right, looks like he's back. Hey, welcome back, Keenan.
Yeah. I think I have to be made co-host again.
Oh yeah. Let me do that. Bam. Okay, you should be able to now.
Max struggles indeed. Okay, let me see. Cool. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So my name is Keenan Solonga, and I'm running for Vice President of Activities of Cougar CS. So a bit about me, I'm a senior pursuing a BS in computer science. I intend to go for my master's in cybersecurity afterwards. And along with my major, I'm minoring in math, leadership studies, and phronesis, with the latter two being honors minors. And phronesis is like logic and ethics. And as of right now, I'm the current vice president of internal affairs of my fraternity, Omega Phi Gamma, which is a social fraternity. Kind of my platform that I'm running on for this semester, this is going to be my mission statement. It's to expand the external influence of Cougar CS by cultivating a stronger internal community between its members through events and discourse. The latter two, events and discourse, I'll go into detail in a little bit. But so for my goals for being VP of activities and for next semester is to streamline the communication between eBoard and its officers and the members of Cougar CS. I want to start a discourse about the organization through polls and public forums to increase transparency and to get input from all members. And I want to increase the conversation companies and employers have about Cougar CS. Specifically for the last one, I like the concept of if you apply to a position or if you pull up to a company or anything like that, and you have on your resume that you're a member or a officer or hold a chair for Cougar CS. I like the concept of companies or employers being instantly like attracted to you being in Cougar CS. I would like for our like public acclaim, if you will, to be like widespread throughout like companies or employers in Houston or even the state. Yeah, I would like the employers or anything to be like attracted to you for having been in Cougar CS. Within the context of streamlining communication between eBoard officers and organization members, that's not to say that communication right now is bad. It quite frankly isn't, but I like the idea of always being more transparent and be more straightforward or blunt with what is going on in the organization. And for the second one, start a discourse about the organization through polls and public forums. I would like to see a bit more about like the input of the input that members have and just like hear what they want to say. I feel like the events that we do aren't events that members dislike, but I would like to coordinate and organize events that like members are like actively saying that they would like to see. Within the scope of like being current VP internal of Omega Phi Gamma, the responsibilities for Cougar CS of VP and VP internal activities is essentially like put into one for VP internal for my fraternity. Within the context of helping to organize and coordinate events, I've already done that as VP internal for my fraternity. I've helped to coordinate and organize events for our philanthropy week, which is mental awareness. We did about 5 events. And then I did the same for our rush week, which is a period of 2 weeks where we attract members to our fraternity. Events ranging from like small like get-togethers, like brotherhood night, or bigger events like parties, talking to the owners of venues to help to get their help, and then other events on campus, talking to the university itself to get rooms and to get tables at the student center. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, my name is Keenan Solonga, and please vote for me. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Keenan. So I have a question for you kind of right off the bat. So you said you have experience booking rooms like through the university?
I do.
Oh, okay, so you already know about the bureaucratic hell involved with that. That's great.
It's so much, and it's kind of horrible, but yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Anyone got any questions? Yeah, wait a couple seconds.
Can you go back to slide 2? Okay, cool. I noticed that you mentioned that you wanted to host events that members will mostly like. How would you go about picking those events and figuring out what most people would like?
Well, so I would start off with like Google polls in terms of actually like determining which events I would put on the poll that they would be interested in. I feel like that might be a bit difficult for me to say like as of right now. Given a bit of thought, I feel like I'd be able to do it easier. And then on the flip side of things, I could just release a poll or like a form, if you will, about like kind of an open-ended question, if you will, like about potential events that they might want to see.
So what is a method that you might use to, I guess, drive turnout and engagement in an event?
I would say talking about like our in reference to the Linux workshop earlier, there wasn't like the greatest turnout given the amount of members that we actually have. And I will say to you that what really drove me to go to the workshop and then to the like make your own keyboard thing was like it's essentially just like straight knowledge. Like I would be learning more. I would be like taking more information and kind of just like expressing that sentiment to the members of this organization might be something that they like would resonate with. It's like nice to know more, like to understand more things. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool to just like learn stuff.
So, okay, so I guess like take the Linux workshop, for example. I guess what might you do differently, I guess, to I'm assuming you saw our marketing for that.
Yeah.
I guess what would you might do differently?
So within the context of marketing, I think the actual marketing of the event was completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the reason why I want to start like discourse about the organization itself is that I feel like we have a bunch of members, but not a lot of members who themselves are too involved in the organization themselves. They'll join the organization, they'll see like the announcements about the events or like anything that's going on, but they won't really like take it upon themselves to like participate or like be a part of it. This is why I want to like do like the discourse thing, like public forums, for example, where it's like we get the input of individual members, like see what they want to do, see what they're saying, and whether or not their ideas are like actually reflected or like implemented into the organization. Just simply talking about what they want is like makes them feel more involved, makes them feel like they're actually doing more stuff.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions?
General question, what's your availability looking like next semester?
Next semester, so Monday and Wednesday, I have class from like 1 to 7. And then Tuesday and Thursday, I have class from like 8:30 to like 11 or so. And then aside from that, I'm essentially free.
How many credit
Sorry.
how many credit hours is that?
So I will be taking 18 credit hours next semester. It's technically 21 with the winter mini session, but for the actual spring semester, it'd be 18.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Cool.
Do you have an example or like an idea of how you would increase communication or conversation between companies and employers? Just reading off the third point of the slide.
Honestly, like to do so explicitly would be kind of difficult. Like I'd imagine just like opening up the door where it's like, hey, like we are Cougar CS. Would you like to like? I'd essentially be selling it to them. Might be a bit difficult. It's certainly doable, but there's like the implicit side of things where it's like we have a bunch of people in our organization and like the results that they produce, whether they're like good programmers, good like good at their profession, kind of like would speak for themselves. To do so explicitly, like actually like speaking to these organizations is certainly doable. And I'd imagine it's something that we've like done before, but I like the idea of like your reputation preceding you. So like being a member of Cougar CS, I like that just like as a title, as like a statement, speaking for yourself. I would like to get to that point, but yeah.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're current vice president of Omega, right?
Mhm.
I'm kind of curious about the engagement in that club and how members are engagement and are they really attending from other clubs? I'm just interested.
So this is why I actually like on the topic of engagement for my fraternity, this is why I actually wanted to bring up discourse between members, like polls or public forums or anything like that. The engagement for my fraternity is like pretty high. We have an active house of about 30 or so. Currently it's like 27. I would say that engagement is high for about 20 members. 3 are kind of like slacking. And then the other 3 are ASO, which means that they don't have to show up as much. Engagement is pretty high. The engagement stems from like the connection to the fraternity and like the willingness to want to do more that's kind of instilled in them like as they join. Obviously it's a bit harder to do with a organization as big as this one, but I would like to like see more participation from members. I think that would be pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like what is that? Like, it sounds like you're getting like as consistently like at least 20 out of 30 people of your club like attending, and that's a fantastic ratio. You know, we're a club of nearly 280, and we see our turnout is not 66%, I'd say, like on average. So, yeah. Cool. Well, thank you, Keenan. I think that's pretty much it for questions. Any last calls on questions, you guys? No questions? Okay, then I guess we'll go ahead and pass it off to Ojas.
All right, so I don't have any cool visuals like everybody else, but you guys get to see my face for this one. Okay, so my name is Ojas Gupta, and I am running for VP of Activities. A special thank you to everyone that joined here live. I know some of y'all are watching this at the recording later on YouTube. So a little bit about myself. I'm a computer science major, like most of y'all are. And I've been a tutor for Cougar CS for about 1.5 years now. And I'm sure some of y'all might have seen my name on their tutoring server. Might have even helped some of y'all here. I really enjoy meeting new people and making new connections. I also really like planning and hosting events. You should vote for me because I'm very dedicated and very hardworking, and I can guarantee you that I'll bring you some great events for next semester. I know we had COVID for the last 2 semesters, so there haven't been that many in-person events, but I'm really trying to push towards more in-person events for next semester. And one of the easiest ways, or one of my goals, would be to grow Cougar CS to a larger organization. And I'd say an ambitious target would be about 50% of all computer science majors involved in the organization in some way. It's pretty ambitious, but I don't see why we can't do that in the, let's say, next 2 semesters. One of the easiest ways we could do that is by using our connections to our previous professors that we have. So as CS majors, we all take basically the same classes for the first 3 years because they're all mandatory. And there's only a set amount of professors that teach those classes. And if we just get those professors to give us 10 minutes of their class time every single semesters, we could expose so many kids to our organization, right? And another idea would be to partner up with larger organizations like FSA, who already have a great presence at the campus, and host events with them to introduce students to Cougar CS more, right? And then that's just 2 of my ideas. I have a couple more that I would like to implement in the future, but I don't want to take too much of y'all's time today. I know it's break or weekend, I guess, from tomorrow onwards. So you guys can message me on Discord if y'all want. Again, my name is Ojas, and have a great day. Oh yeah, any questions? It's so weird. I see y'all clapping, but I can't hear it.
All right, clapping. Well, cool. I guess I'll start off with the first question. So how many credit hours are you taking next semester?
16.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, there I am again. Yeah. Cool. So what are some like specific ideas on how you might you said you want to ramp Cougar CS up to 50% of undergraduate CS students. So the undergraduate class this semester was around 1,500 students. So 50% of that would be,
it's like doubling us right now. Yep.
Yeah, that would nearly 3x our size. So I guess what are some ideas on how you might do that?
So I just feel like there's so many computer science students that, like, if they don't have any CS friends, they don't ever get to know about our organization, right? So we got to be more vocal about it. We got to put ourselves out there more. And certainly the most direct way would be to go to their classes, right? Because that's where they're all in common. Because if we do it in any other way, we're definitely going to be talking to a larger audience that may not specifically be computer science majors or be interested in the club, right? So we have to target towards computer science majors more. And then, yeah, probably like go out to events more often, and maybe like go to dorms and stuff like that, right? You could put up flyers, maybe. Like just little things to help people know that we're here. Because I know for sure that if someone knows that the Cougar CS is a thing, and they could get help with their homework, they could get help with their career, like they could get so much advice, they would definitely join. Like there's no reason why someone wouldn't join Cougar CS if they're a CS major. It's just getting them to know that we're here.
Cool. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah. So what do you think is what type of activities do you think should be engaged more into next semester? So like what type of social would I say? Like, would I see a smash tournament, or it's like something with video games or like a sports, like community service? What type of events would you like to see for next semester?
Honestly, I would definitely want something that's more like social events that are more collaborative. Because a lot of times what happens right now is, let's say like we have the Halloween party, right? We had people that showed up with their specific friend group, right? And they stayed within that friend group. We don't have like a full room of people collaborating with each other and getting to know each other. And that is what usually prevents people, like, let's say if I'm in Cougar CS, but I don't have any friends in Cougar CS, then I'm more hesitant to go to the event than if I have, let's say I know a couple of people there. And that I feel like could be fixed with like the mentoring program, where like we make groups in Cougar CS where we can be like, okay, we have 5 people in this group, right? Everybody's coming together, they could get to know each other. So there's that hesitancy goes away at that point, right?
Thank you.
Like things
Oh.
that include everybody together instead of just smaller groups and events.
Very true. You guys are making it hard to vote.
Fact.
Let's see. Nobody Jones has a question.
Probably not a great idea that we're all in the same room, but I'm gonna keep myself muted. Any questions for you guys?
You guys need walls in those rooms.
Okay, so seems like there aren't any too many more questions. Yeah, I guess last call for questions. Anyone?
It's your last chance.
Well, okay, seems like there's no more questions. All right, so I guess then that was it. We heard our speeches from all 3 candidates. So I guess I'll kind of open the floor up. In general, does anyone have any questions for any of the candidates? This kind of just like after time, and then candidates, do you guys have any questions for us regarding next steps or anything? So yeah, floor is open, guys. Questions in general. I got a quick one for Rodrigo. Did you mention Hawaii earlier during your speech?
I did. Yeah, I moved there. I lived there for like about a year and a half. I was right after I got married. For our honeymoon, we packed up and we left. No jobs, nothing. We went in just like straight up, just with a dream. We went there and I ended up getting an awesome job at a law firm over there. And our plan was to stay there for a year. So after a year, we came back. But it was amazing. I love that. I love Hawaii.
Yeah, wow, that does sound amazing.
Yeah.
Are you going back?
You know, I do want to apply at some jobs there. That I know they have a lot of jobs in tech in Hawaii, especially in Honolulu. But you know, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna apply. My wife is dying to go back.
Well, all right, cool. Then I think that is everything. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording. Well, actually, any last questions? I'm gonna, I'll last chance, last chance, guys. Okay, nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording.